There's a couple of reasons why I wanted to get John Hunter Nemechek in here. One is, of course, your dad was so good to us throughout the 25 years. But more importantly to you, screw Dad, you got 2 top 10 finishes for 2025. And I told your PR person, I just feel like, dude, you've got a win coming, right?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I feel like the start to the year for us at Legacy Motor Club has definitely been solid. Daytona 500 was really good for us. Atlanta was really good for us as well. I'm excited for Phoenix this weekend, see where we stack up. This is going to be kind of our true test to all of the personnel changes, to all of the changes that were made process, procedure, rule-wise over the off-season. Are we bringing better cars to the racetrack than last year? Has the speed increased? So there's a lot that's on the line this weekend here in Phoenix, but the start to our season has definitely been solid, and hopefully we can keep that up. We're in a really good spot.
Last season certainly wasn't memorable for you. How quick do you put it behind you to focus on, okay, it's a new year, we've got a better car, we've got a better organization, a more established organization?
Yeah, it was definitely a year not to remember for sure. There were a lot of moments that I would say that I learned in difficult situations and a lot of overcoming last year. I knew that it wasn't going to be easy coming into last year. We didn't know how we were going to run. We didn't know the speed that we were going to have as Legacy Motor Club. But all in all, we were focused on trying to continue to kind of build this organization from the ground up. Last year we started as pretty much day one team. The manufacturer swap from Chevrolet to Toyota, all the personnel changes, and even going into this year, there's a lot of new for me as well. So it's almost like a second rebirth year, I guess you could say. But looking forward to this year and not making the same mistakes that were made last year and really putting down some solid runs and finishing where we should finish. If we have a 20th place car, we should go finish 20th with it, not try and excel and get a couple more spots and end up busting your tail in these new next-gen cars.
John Hunter Nemechek, you referenced that Phoenix is the first true test of the NASCAR schedule, but you can't just throw away super speedways or road courses. There's plenty more in the season. I've heard a lot of that from drivers, though. So if you're acing that part of the puzzle, shall we say, of all the tracks on the schedule, just kind of put that in your pocket and be like, okay, we're cool. Now let's nail short tracks, right? Yeah. Or is that easier said than done?
It's way easier said than done. So the way that you look at the first 3 races, you have 2 super speedway races and 1 road course. It's kind of anyone's ball game, I would say. At the super speedway races, you can put yourself in position to win the race and end up getting wrecked or caught up in the big one. And there's a lot of luck that's involved. There's definitely some skill that's involved within those, but it's hard to kind of get a gauge on where you stack up speed-wise for the year based off those 2 races. The road course program, road courses are super important to the Cup Series now. I think we have 6 or 7 of them through the schedule this year. So it's a lot of time and effort put into that. We still have quite a bit of ways to go on our road course program. But as far as coming into the 4th race of the year here at Phoenix, it's our first short track test, right? And then next week at Las Vegas, it's our first intermediate test for the year and kind of see where you stack up and where you need to build and see what improvements were made over the offseason, not only for us as Legacy Motor Club, but pretty much every team in the garage, every driver. So there's a lot there that you can kind of take away from these couple races. Like, we don't know how we're going to run this weekend. It'll be interesting to see what happens when we get on track later today and where we stack up. But we're hopeful that we made some major gains over the offseason and that we're going to have some grip in these Toyota Camry XSEs and go fast.
But the one thing you can take away, or many things you can take away from the beginning of the season, is your chemistry. Your team chemistry has changed. And is there momentum there that can help you through the season?
Yeah, for sure. There's only one person on my 42 team that is technically the same from last year. So everyone that I have is new. Some were at Legacy Motor Club internally in different roles. A lot of outside hires that came in. So it's a new group for me. So the offseason was really big for us to get our communication kicked off on the right foot. And even coming into Daytona, Atlanta, and then COTA last week, like trying to get those reps reps underneath of our belt, trying to get our communication up to speed where we feel like we need it, being able to discuss post-race on where we feel like we needed to improve and how we can better our communication skills and what I'm saying and different things, and kind of get on the same page as adjustments and whatnot. So the first 3 races, it's hard to say that they're wild cards because they can make your season. I wouldn't say that they can break your season, but they can put you in a major hole. So coming out of the gate, swinging in a really good points place and having solid runs is definitely a huge benefit going through the year.
Obviously, in the developmental ranks, you've had a lot of success early in the season. How do you translate what you learned from those series into the Cup now?
That's tough. I feel like in the Truck Series and the Xfinity Series, the last 4 or 5 years of my career, we've definitely come out of the gate swinging. We've had really good runs. We've finished up front. We've won races right off the bat, and it kind of sets up your year, right? With where we're at in the Cup Series, I don't feel like I've necessarily been in a spot to be able to come out of the gate swinging and winning races right away. But that's the ultimate goal. So I think for us, as we kind of fine-tune Legacy Motor Club and continue on to push and with more new hires and getting reputation better in the garage and trying to attract, I guess, some better and I don't want to use the word better, but more experienced people in the garage that have a lot of knowledge that can help grow our program, as well as getting our cars and the product that we're bringing to the racetrack to where we can contend for wins on a weekly basis. So for me, it's about being solid, right? Like no mistakes, take what the car is giving me, being able to go out there, adjust on it, make our cars better through the weekend and figure out how we can get better as a team and how we can bring better product to the racetrack.
Awesome. And like we were telling Crash earlier about this being a new team, essentially, except for one guy on the crew. How do you build that chemistry throughout this season early on? Is it all on-track stuff? Are you guys going out for dinner, having lunch? Like, what do you guys do to build that chemistry and that rapport?
A little bit of everything. We have a huge group text thread that we all kind of jump on and we're picking at each other and kind of just getting the vibe right. But overall, just being able to spend time with each other at the shop, away from the shop. Like this morning, I had breakfast with Jimmy and my crew chief, Travis Mack, and just being able to talk through things and get Jimmy's vantage point on some things and him bringing up some points that we may not have thought of and kind of just going through it all.
So at the top of the interview, I was talking about your old man and how good he's been to us. When we'd have charity auctions back in the day, he would just donate all kinds of crazy shit, man, and including this. One of the crew's Kleenex. That's not. When would a crew wear that damn thing? Did they actually wear that over the wall at one time?
Those were his their race day outfits. Now they're all supplemented, right? But back in the day, they didn't have that.
And that's a medium. That's a medium back in the day. Look at that. I mean, your old man, like yourself, had forearms for freaking days.
Yeah. This thing's heavy. All that embroidery, it's heavy.
Let's hand him that suit. Yeah. Feel this. This is not how heavy your suits are now, right?
No, definitely not. That's wild. You know what's crazy is like this thing is super heavy, but it's thinner than what our suits are now. Yeah. It's pretty interesting, huh? Yeah, this is like a 1-layer fire suit. Now I think they're like 3-layer fire suits and yeah, that thing's heavy.
Give me some fond memories of Front Row Joe.
I would say the one that I have that stands out the most was when he actually won in the Cellular 1 car and then the Army car, back-to-back days, swept the weekend in Kansas in 2004. I was just a kid. I was playing on the playground there. I remember our bus driver running out to grab me and taking us to victory lane. And then I don't know, like I didn't know any better, right? I knew what winning was, being able to go to victory lane, but sweeping the weekend and getting to go twice in one weekend was pretty good. I think he won both poles that weekend too. So we got to take home 2 pedal cars, and I was trying to figure out how I could drive both of them at the same time. Yeah, fun times.
I think about that as my 11-year-old daughter is over here. There are times if she just doesn't give a shit, you know, there's so-and-so in here. I don't care. Or at that age, she's like, I don't give a shit. Just want to be on the swings.
Yeah, I think for us, like for myself at least, growing up in the sport, right? Like I've never really been starstruck by other drivers just because I've grown up around them. Like I was in the driver owner lot riding my scooter around or playing on the playground with other drivers' kids, right? As like second generation, you kind of form those relationships. Like I remember Jimmy winning a bunch of races and being able to say, hey, what's up to him as I pass by on my scooter in the DO lot. And now I'm driving for him. Like it's kind of crazy. So, yeah, it's super neat to grow up in the sport like that and grow up and have these amazing opportunities and experiences and things that a lot of people don't get to experience, right? But being able to stay humble through that and understand who people are and chat with them and kind of get to know them is one of the best things about our job.